All right, hello everyone. So today I'm gonna be doing a Ocarina of Time dungeon tier list ahead of the remake, I guess. I'm not probably not gonna play it. I don't want to buy a Switch too. But anyway, so this is a tier list from a guy, me, who's played the game about 8 times, I'd say. I pretty much know it in and out. I don't know like all the secrets, but the main storyline game and the basic stuff I know all about. Anyway, so yeah, today's tier list is gonna be like purely based on my opinion from playing the game. Yeah, I've played it about 7 to 8 times on the 3DS, and I've played it. I've recently played it on the N64 because I went to Japan and I bought one with the game. Um, but yeah, so let's get started right away. So I'm gonna do like the dungeons in order. So yeah, so the first dungeon in the game is the Deku Tree. Now the Deku Tree, the thing is, it's not like like an amazing dungeon. It's pretty short. The boss fight, yeah, Goma's fine. When I played it on the N64, um, so like you shoot her down and then you can just hit her with the sword and then she dies. There's no like she's not gonna like get back up and then go back on the roof and then drop her little egg thingy enemies. But I don't know. I've beat it like on one hit. But anyway, uh, it did do that on the 3DS. I don't know if since an N64 thing, but anyway, the Deku Tree. The thing is, while not being an amazing dungeon, it's a great tutorial dungeon. You know, when Ocarina of Time came out, it was the first 3D Zelda, and they had to like teach a whole generation how to use the 3D gimmick, and the Deku Tree did that uh, perfectly. I want to say it has a lot of mechanics, going inside it, but. Uh, Yeah, so it's a really good tutorial dungeon. To me, the Deku Tree is an A dungeon. The ambience is nice, and I just think it's good overall. But yeah, just because it's an amazing tutorial to every player, to me is an easy A. Yeah. So next up we have the Dongo's Cavern. Now, the Dongo's Cavern, I don't really like. I'm gonna be honest. I've played a couple times Zelda on the computer, like with the emulator. I often stop after the Dongo's Cavern because I don't know. But yeah. So it's a more combat focused dungeon, and but overall, like the ambience of it, I get it's pretty eerie and all, but just being rocks everywhere, I don't know, I don't really like it. Uh, yeah, no, the Dodongo to me is just you have to go to Goron City and then do that just to get the spiritual stone. Yeah, like it's just you have to do it. I don't enjoy doing it. You just have to. And the boss fight is the easiest in the game. King Dodongo is an absolute joke. So yeah, to me it's a C dungeon. I don't really like, to be honest. It's the weakest of the child dungeons. So yeah, it's like I said, Dinago's is the weakest of the child dungeons. So to me, Jabu Jabu's a B. It's I When I first played the game, I thought Jabu Jabu was the worst dungeon in the game. I really didn't like, but looking back, it's nice. It scales really well. Like you don't feel like, let's say you taken half an hour doing it, you feel like you've taken 10 minutes. Uh, so yeah, that's and like the boss fight is it's pretty original. I like the boomerang thingy. Um, yeah, to me, Jabu Jabu's a B. It's really better than what I thought when I was a kid. So yeah, those are the child engines. So I got the Deku Tree being the best one, then Jabu, and then Dodongo. So yeah. Now we get to the adult dungeons. So this is where I'll be talking a lot, but the Forest Temple to me is an obvious S. It's it's the first adult dungeon, and they smack you with that in the face. Deep in the Lost Woods, the ambience being mysterious, the music being so nice. It's an abandoned fucking temple. It's like that's insane. Phantom Ganon's a really cool boss fight. And then yeah, I mean it really wants you to thoroughly think and explore, and like the puzzles are way harder, the enemies are harder. Like it's just a really big gap between the kid dungeon and the adult dungeon. It really smacks you in the face like, yeah, this is the fucking adult section. So yeah, it's a really good like dungeon for it's a really good like adult starter dungeon. Anyway. Yeah, to me it's one of the best in the game. Uh, you could make an argument for being the best, but I will get to who I think is the best later on. So yeah, easy yes for me, 100%. Next we have the Fire Temple. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the Fire Temple is probably the most forgettable dungeon of the adult ones. Um, when I first played the game, I thought it was the weakest dungeon of the adults. Uh, my opinion's changed. There's another dungeon I think is weaker than the Fire Temple. Probably the most forgettable one, but it's all right overall. I just feel like the art, like the design, the architecture design of, I know it's old, but it's really really plain. Um, and yeah, it's really forgettable. It's not that memorable of a boss fight. The Megaton hammer is a really nice item. But yeah, no, it's to me it's just really pretty forgettable. I think it's better than Jabu Jabu, but other than that, you just like the go around gimmick, you just play through and forget. I mean, yeah, that's it for me. But yeah, Fire Temple, I'd say high B. So yeah. Then we have the Ice Caverns. The Ice Caverns is a C. I think it's worse than the Dongo. The only purpose of the Ice Cavern is to get the iron boots, but other than that, you don't really enjoy playing through it. You're just like, okay, I have to get the iron boots and then leave. Uh, the only thing that keeps it from not being a D is its ambience, its music. I think the vibe of the dungeon is really cool, but other than that, pretty forgettable. Alright, the infamous water temple. So a lot of people would put this very low, but hear me out when I say this, but to me the water temple is the best dungeon in the game. It's better than the forest temple. The only weak thing about it is the boss fight. I think Morpha is the weakest adult boss fight. Like it's not fun. But the temple itself is amazing. A lot of people ranked it very low due to the iron boots gimmick. You had to go in the menu, change them, and back out every time. But they fixed that on the 3DS, so it's not a problem anymore. So you don't need to whine about it. But yeah, the dungeon it has great design, great like ambience vibe. It's an underwater fucking dungeon. It's insane. The enemies are cool. Changing the water level is a really nice puzzle. It has you thinking a lot. The Darkling mini boss fight, of course, probably one of the most memorable of the whole game. Yeah, to me, the Water Temple, best dungeon in the game. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but hey, this is my list, so this is it. Next we have the bottom of the well. Bottom of the well, to me, I'm gonna let it stay here in D. It's takes about 5 minutes to complete. Just go in, change the water level, and then get the lance of truth and dip. It doesn't take a long time. It's just boring, poorly designed, and yeah, I mean the fact that to get to the well it takes a long time because you have to go learn the Song of Time, then play it, and then go down the well. I don't, it's just it's long and boring to me, but yeah, no, bottom of the well can stay right there in D. So next we have what I think is the weakest adult dungeon, the Shadow Temple. All right, so I was as I was saying, when I first played the Shadow Temple, I thought that it was one of my favorite dungeon in the game. The eerie ambience, I think it was nice, but looking back on it, it's really like I played the game like in a week ago. It was my least favorite of the adult section. It's really combat focused. I don't like the hover gimmick so much, and the Lance of Truth either. The Bongo Bongo is a great boss fight, and the boat near the end is a nice add to it. But other than that, don't really like it. It to me, it's a low B. I mean, yeah, that's really like, yeah, I don't know, don't really like it. Too much traps. I feel like I don't know. It's one the one. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's a low B. So yeah, it's gonna be like that because it's my list. So yeah, deal with it. All right. So next we have the Gerudo Training Ground. Um, Gerudo Training Ground. It's I think it's better than the Ice Caverns, but it's a nice dungeon. I've played it like two times. It's the most skippable one. You don't need to do it. It's just to get the ice arrows, but it's just the fact that you have to get like all keys. That's pretty like it's not a cool gimmick that you have to get so many keys to get through. Uh, But no, you know what? I think the Ice Cavern is better. It's not a D, but it's not good of a dungeon. You can skip it in like every playthrough ever. Like getting the ice arrows is 100% optional. But yeah, so low seed is. Now the Spirit Temple to me is it's a close S. I'm not gonna lie, it's up there with the Forest Temple. I'm gonna put in an IA. But yeah, it could challenge the forest for that one of the S spots. You could really put it there, but I'm gonna stick in IA. Uh, just because it's the longest dungeon to get to. So you have to get the horse, the Epona, and then get through the bridge, go to the Gerudo, like the prison, and then go in the desert and I don't know, it's so long to get there, but eventually you get to the dungeon, you learn the song to teleport it, so it's not that bad. But the fact that you can do a part, you have to do a part as a kid and one as an adult is a really great gimmick. The architecture of the dungeon is great. The design of it is amazing. It scales well. Boss fight is cool. Uh, the mirror shield is a really nice thing, and the iron knuckles are a great enemy. And the fact that you meet Nabooru as a kid, and then when you go back as an adult, she's been brainwashed into an iron knuckle. I think is a really nice add to the storyline. It's one of the best adult dungeons. It's up there. I'm gonna put in Aihei just because of the grind you have to go to get to the dungeon. But other than that, the dungeon itself, it's really great. And finally, we have the the Ganon Castle. Um, so when I first played, I thought Ganon Castle was like an A dungeon. I really like the fact that you had to get little rooms of every temple. Looking back on it, it's not. It's pretty like boring. What saves it is it's the boss fight. When you activate all doors and you get to the staircase and you have to go up, that's nice. And then Ganondorf boss fight is nice. The Ganon boss fight is mid, but the Ganondorf boss fight is great. Um, so yeah, to me that's the only positive it has. So yeah, the Ganondorf boss fight is great, but other than that, pretty mid. Uh, so yeah, B it is. So that's my list. You can disagree with it, agree with it, but yeah, there it is. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.